Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ljs Garage, and we're going to do something a little different because with all this commotion going on about Area 51, I thought it would be awesome to do a little video about some of the cars and my team that I would assemble to get this job done. So are you guys ready to risk your lives to see aliens? I know a lot of you are, so stay tuned. We're going to get right into it and talk about Area 51. Like many of you, when I first saw this pop up on Facebook, I laughed. I LOL'd, like actually out loud laughed, you know? But it's picked up some speed since then. Now don't get me started on all the Chuck Norris jokes. I could be here all day. So if that man's on board, yes, I will definitely be there. What could possibly be inside Area 51, you may be asking? Well, I don't know, maybe hot aliens, a reliable M3, a reliable M5, all our 10mm sockets. The possibilities are endless, but either way, I've got a plan. If you've made it this far, I appreciate your sense of humor, and if you don't have one of those sense of humor things, maybe there's one in Area 51, but seriously, this is a joke, so if you're with the feds, don't at me, don't bother me. This is just a joke. Moving forward, no matter what your reason for wanting to get into Area 51 is, there needs to be a plan, and we need vehicles. So this is why I'm here, because I've assembled a team in my head and the right vehicles to get this job done. And before I get into the nitty-gritty, the details and all of that, I just got to take my hats off to you guys that are out there making these memes. They've been amazing. Some of my favorites, Chuck Norris, obviously. Then on top of that, the how I'm going to arrive at Area 51 memes, and then how I'm going to leave, those are awesome. So here's an example of one of those if you haven't seen those. And then last but not least, because Game of Thrones is so relevant to everyone, if you don't think they'll kill us, well, you're wrong. The first rumor that I want to crush though, this one bothers me because yes, it has been scientifically proven that the Naruto run does in fact make you run faster. However, it doesn't make you faster than a vehicle or bullets. So let me just squash that first. The first thing that's going to be necessary for this plan to work, we need trucks. There's going to be a lot of walls, fences, things to break down, things to knock down. So we're going to start with trucks. The first thing on the list, the Hummer H1, all 8,000 pounds of glory, that diesel motor, that's the first thing that I'm going with on the list. In the words of Miley Cyrus, I would come in like a wrecking ball. After that, I've got a Shelby Raptor Baja, just because. Next up on the list, you guys have heard me say that I'd rather be stroked than rammed, but we're gonna throw that rule out to the side for just a moment, not in the weird way that you guys are thinking. We're gonna add the Dodge Ram SRT10 to that list. Because it's a Ram, it knocks things over. That's what they do. So a Dodge Ram SRT10 makes the list. Going with the Dodge Ram, we've got a Velociraptor. It's a 6x6, 600 horsepower Hennessy beast. If your plan is to get into Area 51, then you need something crazy and insane like a 6x6, especially for you and your alien buddies to ride out in. It seems like this is an American thing, so to keep things patriotic, it's only fitting that American cars are the majority of this list. It's the only way to go, right? I've got a quote for you guys to motivate the masses. This one is by Harry Truman, and it reads, "America was not built on fear. America was built on courage, on imagination, and an unbeatable determination to do the job at hand." So if that doesn't motivate you guys, I don't know what else will. The first car on the list is gonna be a, okay, let's ride, 67 Shelby GT 500 that goes by Eleanor. And if you don't understand who Eleanor is, well, you're probably too young and you better be gone in 60 seconds. For more added crowd control, we've got a Shelby GT 350R with a 5.2 liter V8 that has 500 and something horsepower, does 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. Need I say more? And then to round off the trio, we'll have a Challenger Scat Pack or a Hellcat. Something cool, something big, something boat-like, but very much a bad A. The good thing about America is it has allies. So the ally that we're gonna go with today is gonna be JDM. First up on the block is the Subaru WRX, the 3rd generation, preferably a sedan. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, no, the hatchback's better, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But I like the sedan. So anything with a 2.5 EJ can make the list. You can drive whatever you want. Another added benefit with the Subarus is they will bring their owners, and their owners will bring with them vape clouds. Perfect for distractions. Because you can't have a conversation about the WRX without talking about the Evos, we're gonna also throw in the Mitsubishi Evo, preferably an Evo 10 with me behind the wheel, because I love the Evo 10. Can't go wrong. I'm thinking that'll be a good lineup because no matter what we're driving, those Humvees won't be able to keep up. They'll be too busy shooting and not driving. And so we'll stand a chance, kind of like a Top Gear thing that I've seen before with the helicopters and those guys driving around a track. It didn't end very well, but there's a good chance that this might be different. Now for a wild card, there's a lot of runways, or I should say a lot of runway space. So we need something designed for time attack. The first thing on the list is going to be a Hennessy Venom GT. The GT does the quarter mile in 9.9 seconds, so it's perfect to stretch its legs on the runway. Alongside the GT is going to be a Challenger Demon. It's quarter mile in about 9.6 seconds. Yes, you'll get to the end of the runway and you'll be out of gas, but that's the price that I'm willing to pay just to run down that, runway really, really fast. And those are two awesome cars that can get it done. Both American, both awesome. Being out of gas brings me to the last stretch. We need escape cars for when we actually get into Area 51, and we need to escape with our cool, awesome alien girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever you may be into in 2019. We don't know what kind of torture devices exist in Area 51, so the plan is to not get caught. If you get caught and captured, there's a good chance you'll be tortured. Even though that doesn't happen, we don't want to risk that, right? Since there's a lot of sand around, we're going to go with the Focus RS. Plenty of room, great horsepower, all-wheel drive system, beautiful, fun car to drive. Perfect for escape. And then on top of that, we'll add the Ford Bronco to the list. And if you don't get why the Ford Bronco is on that list, then you're too young. The ultimate escape car for me though would be the new Supra. It's just awesome, beautiful, and I think it would be Supra fun to drive off into the sunset with my alien girlfriend alongside me. Speaking of cool cars, there's the possibility that we might have our hover bikes and hover cars like in GTA 5 that might be hidden in Area 51. And I've been a little disappointed with these hoverboards that they've been selling us. They're not really hoverboards, they're just like skateboards with wheels that are motorized, that are weird. They're not really hoverboards. I don't know about you guys, but I'd much rather than bring back Heelys so us adults can have some nostalgia and slide around on the ground and go from walking to skating or scooting or wheeling, whatever you cool kids call it these days, than these silly little hoverboards that are like $500 and whatever that don't really hover. All right, we've talked cars. Now for the next phase. We need to talk about drivers. Obviously, I'm gonna be a driver. Just kidding, feds, I won't be driving. But if I were, then I'd be a driver. If you know anything about me, you know that Fast and Furious is like my favorite movie series. So first up on the list is Tyrese, but not Tyrese from all the movies, just Tyrese from Too Fast, Too Furious when he was super tough and super cool. If Tyrese can't make it in the next Fast and Furious movies or whatever spin-offs that you guys throw, just let me know. I would be glad to audition for the part, ejectocito, cuz. Next up from Tokyo Drift, we've got DK, and no, DK does not stand for Donkey Kong, it stands for Drift King. It would be really nice if the aliens were able to bring Paul Walker back, because he would be the go-to guy, man. Him and The Rock, Vin Diesel, all of them, those would be my true team in order to get this done. But luckily, we have a new generation of YouTubers, and some of my favorites are on this list, and I would be glad to have those guys by my side. First up, we've got Chris from B is for Boat, Build or Boat, whichever. Then we've got Rich Rebuilds, because a lot of people say that I sound like him, but I really don't see it. Let me know if you guys agree with that. We'll need those guys to build the cool cars, and with their help and Tavarish's help, I feel like we can make some cool, customizable, badass cars to get this job done. Some honorable mentions that I throw in there, Doug DeMuro can tag along if he wants, because he can document the whole Area 51 encounter. We'll throw TJ and Calvin on there because those guys are fun, so you need to have a good time, bro. How did those guys do that thing? Bro. I've got to include Jeremy Clarkson on this one because I wouldn't be where I am at currently sitting in this chair without my love for cars and without the love for Top Gear, so he's got to be on the team. We got to get it done. I'm not sure if I'll bring Hoovy from Ljs Garage because he might try to buy all the cars before we get there. He'll actually probably find some listings online and get all that done. But anyways, and that's it. That's my master plan. I haven't really drawn this all out, but I've at least gotten that far. So if you guys have any cool ideas of cars that should be on the list or people that should be included as drivers, let me know down in the comment section below. Otherwise, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of Ljs Garage. Be sure to hit that like button, the comment button, the subscribe button, and stay tuned for more.